This July, Womanica has teamed up with Nike to tell the stories of elite athletes from history to today. We're celebrating the women who performed physical and mental feats in sports. We're talking about athletes. For stories of women who overcame societal barriers, personal struggles, and fierce competition to pursue their dreams of glory. Listen to Womanica all month long, wherever you get your podcasts. Hello, from Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month we're celebrating women who performed physical and mental feats in sports. They overcame societal barriers, personal struggles, and fierce competition to pursue dreams of glory. We're talking about athletes. Today's Womanican's been called the most powerful woman in sports. After leading the U.S. women's rowing team to a bronze medal the very first year women were allowed to row in the Olympics, she went on to become an advocate for fairness in sports. Please meet Anita DeFrantz. Anita was born on October 4, 1952 in Philadelphia. She spent many of her formative years in Indianapolis, Indiana. It was the height of the civil rights movement, and Anita's parents instilled its values in their daughter. They taught her the importance of using her voice as a Black woman. Growing up, Anita was more focused on academics than sports. She attended an all-girls high school where there weren't any sports programs. After graduation, she went to Connecticut College. There, she was sophomore class president, chairman of the Student Judiciary Committee her junior year, author of a Student Bill of Rights, and during her senior year, a House Fellow who supervised dorm residents. She still found time to try out this new and exciting sport, rowing. She liked how it encouraged teamwork. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic Ocean, the International Olympic Committee met in Munich. They decided to debut 6 women's events at the 1976 Olympic Games in Montreal. It was a decision that would change Anita's life. After Connecticut College, Anita went to law school at the University of Pennsylvania. In between exams and late-night study sessions, she continued to row. In 1975, she joined and captained the United States rowing team. And in 1976, she rowed in the first ever U.S. women's rowing team at the Olympic Games. Anita helped lead her 8-woman team to a bronze medal. She hoped to return to the Olympics again in 1980 and go for the gold, but America had other plans. In December of 1979, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. As a consequence, President Jimmy Carter announced that the United States would be boycotting the 1980 Olympic Games in Moscow.
And I have notified the Olympic Committee that with Soviet invading forces in Afghanistan, neither the American people nor I will support sending an Olympic team to Moscow.
More than 60 other nations followed suit. While some countries allowed their athletes to decide whether or not they wanted to compete, the U.S. did not. Anita's hopes to compete were dashed. So, she sued the U.S. Olympic Committee. The case was eventually thrown out, and Anita didn't make it back to the Olympics to compete. But her involvement in the Games didn't stop. In 1986, she was elected to the International Olympic Committee, or IOC, the global organization that coordinates the Olympic Games. She became the first woman and the first African American to represent the U.S. on the committee. In 1987, Anita became president of the LA 84 Foundation, the organization which was formed to manage Southern California's endowment from the 1984 Olympic Games in Los Angeles, invests in local youth sports. She served as president for 28 years until 2015. In 1995, Anita became the IOC's chair of the Women in Sport Commission. Then she became the organization's first female vice president. Anita is dedicated to increasing opportunity and access for athletes. And she's made great strides. Anita played a key role in getting women's softball and soccer accepted on the Olympic program. She also contributed to a big boost in women's involvement in the Olympics at large. During the 1988 Olympics, the first to happen while Anita was part of the IOC, women made up just over 26% of competing athletes. By the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, that number had climbed to 47.8%. Today, Anita is still a member of the IOC, and she still uses her legal skills as a member of their Legal Affairs Commission. She also serves on LA 2028, the Los Angeles organizing committee for the 2028 Summer Olympic Games. All month, we've been talking about athletes. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Tune in tomorrow for the start of a brand new theme. Talk to you then. This July, Womanica has teamed up with Nike to tell the stories of elite athletes from history to today. We're celebrating the women who performed physical and mental feats in sports. We're talking about athletes. For stories of women who overcame societal barriers, personal struggles, and fierce competition to pursue their dreams of glory, listen to Womanica all month long, wherever you get your podcasts.
Residents at Brightview Senior Living Communities enjoy enhanced possibilities, independence, and choice. Brightview Dulles Corner in Herndon and Brightview, Great Falls, offer vibrant senior independent living, assisted living, and memory care services through various daily programs and cultural events. Chef-prepared meals, safety and security, transportation, resort-style amenities, and high-quality care. Everything you need is here. Discover more at brightviewseniorliving.com. Equal housing opportunity.
Back in '96, Atlanta was booming with excitement around hosting the Centennial Olympic Games. And then, a deranged zealot, willing to kill for a cause, lit a fuse that would change my life and so many others forever, rippling out for generations. Listen to Flashpoint on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
In 2009, Mitrice Richardson was released from the Malibu Lost Hills Sheriff Station, and she never made it home. Nearly a year later, Mitrice's remains were found in a canyon 6 miles from the station. Her death is Malibu's greatest unsolved mystery. I'm Dana Goodyear. In Lost Hills, Dark Canyon, what happened to Mitrice Richardson? Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.